Hello, this is Taras. If you're new here, this is Taras of Katap's Farm. Today I want to take you through how you can have a successful pig farm, just starting with only 5 pigs, and then you have a pig farm. In this video, we're going to see how can you do the housing of your pigs, how do you select those pigs, how do you feed them, and then what is the profitability, the revenue from those pigs. So stick around, we're going to share with you everything. And please watch till the end. We want to look at how can you start with just 5 pigs, only 5 pigs, and then your farm is successful. We have to start by looking at the right breed. Choose the right breed. Number 1 is the breed. If you have the right breed, you will have a farm that will give you the right products. We have different breeds of pigs. These days, actually many farmers, I tell them to use Cambler. Cambler is a very good breed for many farmers. You have to choose between either you want to do pigs for breeding, you want to do porkers. Maybe you want to get the pigs, fatten them into pork, or you want to do pigs whereby you have a male or a bull that gives you semen and you sell it to the farmers. That is it. So if you have to start a pig farm, you must know where you are heading. Which side are you heading? In fact, we have these people who are doing the breeding. He has his maybe 100% Duroc, 90% Duroc. Duroc are these pigs which are brown. I like them. Actually, they are brown. They have some white. Some of them are white and brown. But this when you have a boar that is Duroc, maybe 75%, and then you have a Cambler. If your male that is Duroc fertilizes the Cambler pig, your farm will grow at a terrific speed. So if you have the right breeds, that is, you have the right breed, the younger piglets, and you have to get them maybe about 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months. So you have the breed. Want to see at the house, look at the housing. What do you need for housing these young ones? What do you need? Housing these pigs, you need first 5 structures. 5 structures. And on these structures, we are going to look at, it's just a room of around 8 by 10 square feet. I told you that in the poultry, each layer bird uses only 1.5 square feet. Now in the pigs, our pigs need just 8 to 10 square feet. Because our pigs are long. The pigsty should have the place where the pig will sleep, where the pig will feed from, and where the pig will also make the poo, where it will defecate, or maybe the place for where it will take its poo. Now that you have this structure, it means you should have 5 apartments, 5 rooms in that your structure. You don't need to start very expensively. You can use just simple materials, bricks, maybe wood, but of course they must be roofed. And the room must have enough aeration. Aeration, it's like the room, air enters in, so there is no smell. There is enough aeration. In your pigsty, you should ensure that the pigs have clean water in it. So there is a place where they drink from. When you consider cement, the bricks, all that will cost us about 1.2 million shillings. That's Ugandan shillings. Our Ugandan shillings, $1, 1 USD equals 3,700 shillings. That means that's about 1.2 million, 1,200,000 is about $300. That's roughly $100. That means you need now the timber to roof your structure. Timber, this is the cement and bricks. So cement and bricks, 1.2. Then we have timber. Timber, that is for roofing. It will cost us about 800,000. 800,000, that's about $200. Then we've got to add, of course, water and the feeders. For all that, it will cost us this water. We can use nipples or feeders or waterers. That's about 500,000. All those are needed in the pigsty. They are all much needed. So that means our structure will be built by somebody. That means labor. Labor is about 600,000. But for me, I will do it myself. Put your time there. Because of course I was a porter. Then we have to have the total of all this as 3,100,000. That's roughly about $775. That is our housing and the structure. In the pig farming, what we consider mostly is also feeds. Feeds are necessary. If you want to bring your 5 pigs, that's 5 pigs, you need feeds. Just 5 pigs. They're not many, but they need the feeds. The small numbers they are, you need feeds. And I want to encourage you to bring at least one male among them. And to me, I prefer bring a duroc that is maybe 75% duroc in my farm. So when I have my 5 pigs, one of them is male, I ensure that I give them enough feeds. And when they are 2-3 months, of course, those are already mature. However, if you start them when they come in like this, prepare a feed that is almost for the starters, which starts from 0 to 2 months. So because they have just come from another farm, put them on that feed. That means you're giving them maize bran. Then you also give them soybean. We're giving them fish meal, which we call silverfish here. Then we shall give them bones. Then we shall also give them at least this maize bran. The pigs need energy. They need energy and protein majorly. Now, well, maize, we won't put in 10%. Then maize bran, we put in 40%. Soybean, we put in 20%. Fish meal, we put in 10%. Then we're going to get bones, we put just 5%. Of course, I can't forget sunflower. Sunflower is also 10%. Sunflower, 10%. Then we shall put, we have what we call vitamins, minerals, salt, all those minerals, salt, vitamin, all those go only 5%. This is, I think, this is 50, 70, 80, 90. Now that this is 100%. And if you put them in the kilograms, when I talk of percent, these also can be put into kilograms. That means to make you 100 kilograms, this is the formula for younger pigs between 0 to 2 months. But these ones, remember, they have just come from another farm. They're already 2 months, 3 months. Don't buy very young piglets. Buy mature pigs. So with this, your pigs will grow very quickly. Then we'll go to grower. With the grower, you will reduce some of these. Let's look at the grower. Of course, we still put in our brand, maize brand. Then we put in soybean. We put in fish. Then we put in sunflower. We put in, of course, minerals again and salt. Then we put in bones or maybe calcium. This blend gives the pigs energy. And now we're putting in 50%. We have removed the maize. You can put in the maize, put maybe half. Then we go for soybean. Soybean, I'm putting 20 kilograms. And fish, I'm putting 15 kilograms. Can call them for percent, but I'm putting 15 kilograms because I'm putting them in 2 kilograms because some of us, the farmers, want to understand it in a simple way. Not all of us know these things of percentage. And I'm dealing with farmers who are starters, those who are not so experienced. Whether you know or not, this is a TAPS farm whereby we teach starter farmers to come out with the formula. Now, sunflower, I'm going to put in 10%. And minerals, again, I will only put in 5%. And here, 5%. When you calculate, this becomes 70, this is 80, 90, then this is 100 kilograms once again. For grower, remember we have reduced on maize, and again also on this protein. We are now giving them 30% protein. Those are our pigs. When they have arrived in your farm, and maybe 2 months, 2 weeks later, start giving them grower feed. Let's see, when we got the finisher, what happens? When you look at the finished feed, finisher, we are going to still use maize bran. We use soya bean, use sunflower, fish. Of course, if you had cotton, you would put in the cotton. Then we are going to put bones or calcium. Then we have our minerals. You can call them vitamins, minerals, all of that. Now, with the maize bran, you want to put now 55 kilograms or 55%. Then we put 15 kilograms of soya. Then we put only 10 of sunflower. Then we put again 10 of fish. Then we put in just 5 kilograms of this calcium and 5 of this. At this one, we're also making 100 kilograms. This is now 70, 80, 90, 100 kilograms. That is your formula for the grower, for the starter, and for the finisher. Then you sell your pigs. Now let's look at what is the cost of each kilogram of this. I want us to go slowly. If you are new in this farming, let us go slowly and don't hurry. You know they say in Africa, we hurry slowly. I don't know what you say in other countries, but you say for us, we hurry slowly. Tutambula mpola mpola. Ate tuduka mpola mpola. Now, how much is each pig going to consume? How much will it consume each pig? Let us assume that the pigs you have came when they were 2 months old. 2 months old pigs. 2 months, yeah, like this. Now those pigs, because they are 2 months, you won't feed them for the next 6 months. Now they are 8 months, you sell them off. Or you make them breeding. They breed. They produce. Now, let us say they're going to eat again. This is the feed. Quantity. Unit cost. Unit cost. You can also add maybe in US dollar. If you want. Our US dollar here. 1 USD equals 3,700 Ugandan shillings. Now, the feed you're going to look at is how much maize bran does a pig consume in 6 months. This is 6 months ahead. Remember, we're doing only for 5 pigs. How much cotton will each pig consume? Or maybe cotton, or maybe soya, maybe fish, silverfish. How much bones, or maybe calcium will it consume? How much minerals or salt will it consume? How much? For the whole 6 months. Then we shall have our total here. Now, I want you to estimate, as I've estimated through my experience. I've estimated already. The pig, to get to this level, will consume at least 900 kilograms of maize bran for 6 months. And each kilo today in Uganda is 1,200 shillings. The pig will again consume 300 kilograms of soya bean. 300 kilograms. And today in Uganda, each kilogram is 3,500. Remember to use the oiled soya bean. The oiled. Don't give them this oil, this which has oil. At least here in Uganda, we have factories like Bidiko, which the oil. They use the sunflower, they use the soya bean to get oil, then they give us the leftovers, the oil, the soya bean. You can also roast it at your farm. You roast it. After roasting it, you get the oil gets like the juices. So when you roast it, by the way of frying it, means you're oiling the soya bean. While the fish, each pig will consume 150 kilograms of fish. That is in 6 months. It will again consume 150 kilograms of sunflower. No, it will consume 300 kilograms of sunflower. Then it will consume 150 kilograms of salt or minerals. Each kilogram of silverfish is 4,000. This is fish for animals. Then each kilogram of sunflower will cost you 2,000 shillings. Then each kilogram of salt will cost you at least 2,500, but maybe 1,000. This is what we call animal salt, 2,500 per kilo. When you total all this, when you total it down, totaling all this, I don't know if you can, we can calculate this 900 times 1,200. All of that is going to take a lot of time. But if you have a calculator, you can calculate. But the total cost is going to cost us 3,930,000. By calculating all of this, you multiply by here. Let's give an example. If this is 300 kilograms times 2,000 shillings, this is 600,000 offhead. So I did mathematics at A level, at senior 6. So these ones can calculate them, then you get this total. That means we have our housing total. Then we have the feeding total. What next? Stay around. Let's go to another page. Watch what next. There are other costs we include. We have gotten the feeds, the housing. Then we now have to consider electricity. Or we can call it maybe other costs, electricity and water. Then we have gotten to include in our planning. How much are you spending on buying piglets? Remember, we didn't cost for the piglets, by the way. We have done housing, we have done feeds. Now we're going to cost also for the piglets. How much? Because each pig, there are 5. Remember, there are 5. And today, each piglet, if you want to buy a good breed, about 300,000. 300,000 is about how many dollars? So 300,000 times 5 piglets, that is 1.5 million Ghana shillings. Now, we look at water. Water and electricity could cost us altogether 300,000. What else can we cost now? Let's put miscellaneous. That's 200,000. Don't forget a vet or medication. Vet or medication. We have some vaccinations we do in pigs. We always deworm. We always give them at least a booster dose. Tetracycline. Give them ivermectin for deworming. All those we put them at 500,000. If I calculate well here, I would get roughly 2,500,000. And if you consider in US dollar here, it will become 625 USD. That is, now, I want to take you to another page whereby we have got feeds, we have the housing, now we have the pigs, the electricity, the water, the miscellaneous, etc. So I want to see how much you need to raise these pigs and how much do you get out. In your 10 months, you bought them when they were 2 months. Now you're raising them for 6 months. How much do you expect to remove as the revenue or as the money expected after putting in all your money? Let's go to another page. Stick around. We are going to sum up our cost. This is the total sum. Total sum. When we want to add housing. We add feeds. We add other costs. This is the only money we can add here, by the way. Other costs. Now, when I add, how much was this? Let's bring it out. All that is going to cost us 9,530,000. That is the money. Put in US dollars. How much is that? You want to get 2,383 US dollars. If you're in another country, if you are in any country, maybe Abu Dhabi, you are in Dubai, you are in Qatar, you are in US, you are in UK, wherever you are, calculate this cost in your own currency. Of course, it doesn't vary so much, but however, because of the cost of feeds, like in Uganda here, we've got soybean, we have sunflower, we have maize, all those becomes a cheaper cost. However, we can cut all this cost to almost half of this by feeding our animals with the locally made feeds. What do I mean? You can feed the birds with the greens or the grass or anything like this foliage. You can use black soldier fly, BSF. You can source feeds from the restaurants, source feed from restaurants. You can feed your pigs using anything. You ferment any plant. You can ferment matoke, banana peelings. That's what I do, fermentation. But as the way of cutting cost, you ferment the feeds. When you ferment them, it means you're going to have the cheaper way of feeding your pigs. So here we are going to at least show you the revenue that comes out. When you give the feeds, how much money comes out after you've fed your pigs, after you have given them enough housing, after you have given them enough care. How much do you get out in your 8 months? In 8 months, or maybe 6 months, because the pigs were 2 months when you brought them in, we expect your pigs to be ready, having 80, average to 100 kilograms. Let us say 90, because this is tested and proven. The feed formula you give them gives you the age and the kilogram weight. However, when you give, as I told you, alternatives, most of the alternatives, they make the feeds, the pigs grow slower. So the formula that I gave you for starter, grower, and the finisher should be able to have this number of kilograms at the end of 8 months. Now, each kilogram today of pork, each kg, is at 10,000 Ugandan shillings. And if you sell each pig at 900,000, of course, minimum, we say times 5 pigs. That is 4.5 million. This is not the total net profit. Remember putting money for housing. This goes on as we bring in other pigs in the future, because you will not construct again. You already constructed. That means your farm, the farm grows better as time goes on. You can allow them to produce. Selling the piglets from these pigs could be 40 piglets. Because remember, one of them is male. And each piglet, remember, can be maybe, if you had a good breed, at 400,000 or 300, just the way you bought them. But some of us sell them at 100,000 because our breeds are not first class. That means even you can start a farm and you know what you want. So if you get this money, invest it again. Reinvesting brings more revenue as time goes on. If you want to do a farm, never hurry. In life, we hurry slowly. That's what I told you. Hurry slowly. Do kampola mpola. So don't overestimate profits. Don't underestimate yourself, and everything will be good. So please, if it's your first time on these videos, subscribe. And if you've been here, share. Let your friends know there's somebody there to guide you, to guide them. Share these videos. Otherwise, this is Kataps once again. See you next time.